the last command. All right. Let's say maybe you want to compare and contrast these two civil liberties for your speech, or you want to consider something like the civil rights issues that surround religious speech. So you really want to look at speech and religion. You want to look at both of them and broaden your search. What command do we have left? What might be useful for that? Or is exactly right. I'm not going to search it, but if we do search that, you will see you get a ton of results. And I will encourage you that you probably will be working more on narrowing down your topics to begin with, rather than expanding them. But OR is still a helpful feature to keep in mind if you are doing stuff like comparing and contrasting. So do keep that in mind, but again, you might be focusing more on narrowing down. All right, so now that we've had an overview, let's go through one together. Does anybody have a suggestion, a particular civil liberty that they're thinking of for their paper? There's a list on the second page if you don't.
Privacy?
Privacy is a great one. All right. So to start with, we can just do civil rights and privacy. Was there a particular area that you were thinking about within this?
I was thinking like privacy and the web, like on the internet.
Okay, so the internet. Well, my guess is it's going to be internet, but let's look at the thesaurus to see if it's internet, world wide web, what exactly this database recognizes as the correct term. Alright, so we went to our thesaurus. And it is internet. I suspected it was, but it's always good to make sure. Okay. Alright, so we'll stick with both ands because we're really looking for something that is a civil right about privacy and more specifically the internet, so that should work well for us. And it stayed on legal. That's good, so let's do a search and see if we have any hits. Okay, well we got one, which is always good, and it looks like it could be relevant. But let's broaden it a little bit. So what could I change this to broaden it and maybe get some more? What command could I perhaps change it to? Or would work. Let's see what we get then. Okay, and we have a lot. But now what I want us to look at on this result page are some other ways to narrow this down. Over here, in this column, you see subjects. That can be a great way to find the area where you can really focus in on your particular topic. I see internet, freedom of speech, so right to privacy. Why don't we go to right to privacy right now? Okay, now over here in this corner, you can search within these results. So we're in, all of these articles have to do with the right to privacy. That's what subject they're under. So let's enter internet again and see if we might have better luck. Okay, and we did. That's still a lot, and you might want to try to narrow that down. But let's work off this for now. So you can see that the third one is full text. It says full text right there. It looks like the first two are not. So we can click this button, and narrow it down to only full text articles, which can be helpful so you don't have to run and chase down the article. But I do encourage you to still look at the ones that aren't full text, because lots of times they're available in another database at Dominican. Okay, another way that we can narrow this down is peer review. And I know that you need to use scholarly articles for your papers, so that's a good way to go ahead and vet those out. Peer review just basically means that an independent scholar has recommended the article. However, it is important to give you a little bit of caution that lots of scholarly articles are not peer reviewed. So if it isn't peer reviewed, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is not scholarly, and you shouldn't go ahead and discount it right on that. And you can see it went down from 230 to 33, so that really does limit your options as well. But it is a good way to go ahead and just verify that. Okay, so if we go back, and now once you get a results list that is good that you want to work from, you can pick out, just go ahead and select what's of interest to you. Okay, this one looks good. Oh, this one's about libraries, so we'll click that. That's interesting. Okay. Well, looks like we have 3 that are pretty good. So once we've selected the articles we like, we can go ahead up here to print, email, and save. And this gives you the option through a convenient little pop-up window to go ahead and print the full text. Or if you're not at your own computer, you can email it to yourself for later, or you can go ahead and save it to your computer. It's pretty simple to follow when that pops up. There you go, you can just print it or email it to yourself. One other interesting thing is exporting and citing, which will take you to this tab right here. And you can go ahead and transfer everything to RefWorks. If you use RefWorks, it's a really convenient tool. If you're not familiar with it, the library does put on instructional sessions on learning about it. I encourage you to come. It can be a very helpful tool to you. Well, let's return to our results. And we will just take a quick look at a record, which you can get to by clicking title. And just to give you an overview of what you'll see in the record, an abstract can be helpful to see if it'll be useful. If it's full text, it'll be down there. It looks like this one is not. And up here, again, you can print, email, save, and you can cite. And this is helpful because it gives you the citation right there. I know it's very important your professor has stressed the need to have correct citations, and I believe you do use MLA. So right here, it's ready for you there, and it will be properly cited. So that's a very useful tool when you're creating those bibliographies that big courts do. Okay, so I know I've thrown a lot at you, but let's just have a review to see if we're on the same page. Now, thinking back to when we were at the Dominican homepage, can anyone tell me what link I should click on if I have a particular database in mind and I want to go directly to it? Exactly. Okay. But what if I don't really know much about the databases? Where's a good place to start to find a good database? Okay. That's exactly right. Okay. So, going back here, when we first entered this database, where did we have to click? Because we were searching index legal periodicals, but that wasn't there. So what did we actually click on?
Omnifile?
Exactly. Yeah, and that can be a little confusing, so just remember to click Omnifile and then go down to legal. So if you okay. And then we also talked about some search strategies when you're searching. So what if I need to narrow down my results, but I definitely know there's an area that I do not want to include that's not relevant? What would be a good command I could use to exclude that? Yeah. Exactly. All right, and what about if I'm not getting enough hits? How could I expand my search and get more?